Salve Regina, Mater misericordiae, vita dulcedo, estes nostra salve.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus told his disciples this parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a landowner who went out at dawn to hire laborers for his vineyard. After agreeing with them for the usual daily wage, he sent them into his vineyard. Going out about 9 o'clock, he saw others standing idle in the marketplace. And he said to them, "You too, go into my vineyard, and I will give you what is just." So they went off. And he went out again at around noon, and around 3 o'clock, and did likewise. Going out about 5 o'clock, he found others standing around, and said to them, "Why do you stand here idle all day?" They answered, "Because no one has hired us." He said to them, "You too go into my vineyard." When it was evening, the owner of the vineyard said to his foreman, "Summon the laborers and give them their pay, beginning with the last and ending with the first." When those who had started about 5 o'clock came, each received the usual daily wage. So when the first came, they thought they would receive more, but each of them got the usual wage. And on receiving it, they grumbled against the landowner. "These last ones worked only 1 hour, and you have made them equal to us, who bore the day's burden and the heat." He said to one of them in reply, "My friend, I am not cheating you. Did you not agree with me for the usual daily wage? Take what is yours and go. What if I wish to give this last one the same as you? Or am I not free to do as I wish with my own money? Are you envious because I am generous? Thus the last will be first, and the first will be last." The Gospel of the Lord. Someone who grew up in the Middle East, in Lebanon, explained something about this passage to me that I never saw it in any books or anything. But of course, this guy lived there, and he explained to me that a lot of people, just like in Jesus' time, still live from day to day. In other words, you get paid per diem, and that's what you have to live on for the day. And he explained to me that these men who were hired last were probably not lazy, but they were not young and appearing to look strong and healthy. Some of them had been working probably for years and have become to show their age and don't seem to be desirable employees for the work of the vineyard. And others have been treated badly by their employers because so desperate they were for work that they allowed themselves to work in the most horrible conditions so that they could find some sustenance for their family. And he explained to me what Jesus did was so generous and merciful. He hired the ones nobody wanted. I don't know how many people I have met who feel that they're no good or not good enough, and they'll never go anyplace. These are judgments of human standards, and this is not how Jesus judges us. And so he is willing to take those who have been beaten by life and exploited by others and perhaps even been exploited in the kingdom of evil. And so he takes even those in. And we all get the same wage. And what is that wage? It's the gift of salvation. Someone else explained to me once that equality of the wage, when you're in the kingdom, it makes total sense. The employee who grumbled had no understanding of God's love and mercy and the kingdom and did not assimilate it for himself. In heaven, no one is going to complain about the one who came in at the last minute like the good thief. Instead, in heaven, everyone is going to rejoice because another soul has finally come home. Our lost brother or our lost sister finally did make it to be with us, and we will all rejoice. There'll be no dispute on wage because we all receive the great ransom that Christ has paid for each one of us through his act of mercy on the cross.
Regina Celi, let our